Non-concatenative morphology, arranging Semitic roots into patterns to form words. Biblical Hebrew distinguished two genders, masculine and feminine, three numbers, singular, plural, and uncommonly, duals. Verbs were marked for voice and mood, and had two conjugations which may have indicated aspect or tense. In mathematics and computing systems, a binary digit, or bit, is the smallest unit of data. Each bit has a single value of either 1 or 0, which means it can't take on any other value. Computers can represent numbers using binary code as digital ones and zeros inside the central processing unit and RAM. These digital numbers are electrical signals that are either on or off inside the CPU or RAM. According to Pao Chang, numbers 1 and 0 represent masculinity and femininity. Hebrew alphabetic Aleph means strength, while Beth represents the feminine principle. He believes that the secrets of the universe and the records of man's true history are hidden in words, letters, and symbols. Alpha and Omega are the first and last letters of the Greek alphabet, respectively. Alpha and Omega symbols were frequently used in early Christian
sound. In the beginning was the Word was sound.
All things are made through the Word, which is the cosmic sound that permeates all life and matter.
To understand how powerful words are, we need to know what the term word means on an esoteric level. We need to understand its standard definitions and investigate other related words. In this video, we will talk about what is the power of words, how it impacts our life, and what scientists of the modern world say about it. We'll also go deep into how words produce vibration, frequency, and cymatics. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up, share, and subscribe to the channel to see our latest content. Without further ado, let's begin the video. Dr. Pao Chang, the author of EsotericKnowledge.me, says that the secrets of the universe are hidden in the letters of the alphabet. According to him, the secrets are also hidden in numbers, similar to how a computer encodes graphics and symbols into binary numbers. Hebrew is usually written from right to left. Greek was written from left to right, and the orientation of the letters was reversed over the centuries. These ancient Greek letters evolved into their modern Greek forms. Our English alphabet is Roman, and because the Romans adopted the Greek alphabet, we can see the modern English alphabet in these ancient Hebrew-turned Greek letters: A, B, C, D, and E. Biblical Hebrew had a typical Semitic morphology, with non-concatenative morphology, arranging Semitic roots into patterns to form words. Biblical Hebrew distinguished two genders, masculine and feminine, three numbers, singular, plural, and uncommonly, duals. Verbs were marked for voice and mood, and had two conjugations which may have indicated aspect or tense. In mathematics and computing systems, a binary digit, or bit, is the smallest unit of data. Each bit has a single value of either 1 or 0, which means it can't take on any other value. Computers can represent numbers using binary code as digital ones and zeros inside the central processing unit and RAM. These digital numbers are electrical signals that are either on or off inside the CPU or RAM. According to Pao Chang, numbers 1 and 0 represent masculinity and femininity. Hebrew alphabetic Aleph means strength, while Beth represents the feminine principle. He believes that the secrets of the universe and the records of man's true history are hidden in words, letters, and symbols. Alpha and Omega are the first and last letters of the Greek alphabet, respectively. Alpha and Omega symbols were frequently used in early Christian art and sculptures, in addition to being inscribed on crosses worn in those times. These symbols were often used alongside Chi and Rho, the first two letters of the word for Christ in the Greek language. The same symbol represented the sounds of C and G. Both C and G have their origin in the Phoenician letter Gimel, which meant camel. The Phoenicians used Gimel to indicate a sound equivalent to our present-day G. The Greeks borrowed Gimel from the Phoenicians and renamed it Gamma. When the Romans adopted Gamma from the Greeks, they significantly changed it. The Romans used the letter Gamma to indicate the sound of K and G. They changed the shape of the letter, which looked very similar to our modern English C. But having one letter represent two very different sounds grew problematic. Ultimately, the Romans developed a graphic differentiation for the two sounds. The K sound remained with the C shape, while a bar was added to the bottom edge of the letter to indicate the G sound. These words symbolize the power of speech. The power of speech evokes an emotion and a response. It instills in people the need to respond to whatever you're presenting them with. According to Dr. Chang, the power of creation resides in the throat and the throat chakra. According to the Bible, Jesus Christ was born in Bethlehem. In Hebrew, Bethlehem is composed of two words, Beit and Lachem. Beit is house, and Lachem means bread. These sacred letters were created to manifest masculinity and femininity, like positive and negative, male and female, order and chaos, good and evil, etc. The letters of the sacred alphabet also have powerful hidden powers. Therefore, when you learn to decipher words and use them wisely, you can command the forces of the universe to manifest a world of love, peace, and unity. Therefore, when we use these words wisely, we display a world full of love, peace, and harmony. According to Dr. Chang, certain words refer to cosmic intelligence. Cosmic intelligence vibration refers to the sound of Om, as it represents absolute reality in sound vibrations. It is the vibration of the ancient sound associated with the creation of the universe. It is believed that before creation, vibrating energy existed. That sound became the vibration of creation. So the universe was created out of the cosmic intelligent vibration, the ever-present sound of Om. This vibration still exists around and within everyone. Today, people connect with cosmic intelligent vibration through yogic practices such as meditation and chanting Om. By repeatedly reciting the mantra Om, people feel the sound and vibrations that are filled with calmness and peace of cosmic energy. Most religions recognize the word Amen, though they call it by different names. The Bible calls it Amen, but its meaning in Hebrew is being sure. Muslims use the sacred word Amin, which means faithful. In Hinduism, it is known as Om, but it's more accurate to call it Aum instead of Om, because it is made up of three sounds, A, O, and The effects of chanting Aum go beyond the philosophical realm. It is well recognized that sound is a powerful tool for healing and can have profound effects. The ancient civilization knew and practiced various methods that are now becoming accepted by the scientific community. The Aum sound encompasses the masculine, feminine, and neutral principles. It also addresses speech, mind, and breath. The physical result of this is that these sound waves will affect more significant surface areas. At a physical level, the Aum syllable addresses the whole of the human sound instrument. We open the mouth, Ah, move the lips closer to each other, Oo, and then close the mouth, This activates the larynx fully. Ah resonates in the stomach and chest, Oo in the throat and chest, and in the nasal cavity, skull, and brain. By chanting Aum, we move the energy from the abdomen to the brain. These sounds that create vibrations in our brain help us to calm our minds and clear our thoughts. A sound wave is introduced into a medium by a vibrating object. The vibrating object is the source of the disturbance that moves through the medium. The vibrating object that creates the disruption could be a person's vocal cords, the particles of the medium through which
I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying, you look like y'all got a lot to talk about. Well, don't let him get you like that. It's nothing. I know that.
object is the source of the disturbance that moves through the medium. The vibrating object that creates the disruption could be a person's vocal cords. The particles of the medium through which the sound moves vibrate in a back and forth motion at a given frequency. Modern technology, such as sound spectrum analysis and brain imaging technology, has made it possible to analyze the structure and quality of sound waves produced by chanting and the physiological responses induced by the repetition of the Aum sound. Research studies were carried out on volunteers who had never chanted before. The recordings and the sound waves were analyzed before and after some weeks of chanting Aum regularly. The sound waves of those who had never done any chanting showed irregular patterns, indicative of unsteadiness of breath and more restless minds. The sound waves recorded after a period of regular chanting were smooth, evenly paced, and harmonic, a clear indication of more frequent breathing. An increased connection between the breath and mind resulted in an improved sense of calmness. One of these is the chanting of mantras. Mantras are syllables that exert an influence and effect through sound vibrations that resonate on specific body parts. Different syllables vibrate at different sound frequencies so that they will resonate with specific organs and parts of the body. The human hearing range is 20 Hz to 20 kHz. Aum vibrates at 432 Hz, which is relatively low within our hearing range. This means that the sound wave is longer and its vibration frequency is slower than a high-pitched sound. Our sound pitch produces energy and converts it into electricity. The sound that creates vibrations passes through the eardrum to the cochlea, through ossicles producing surface waves to impact hair cells. Sound waves are produced when the air atoms around the sound waves begin to vibrate. As more air particles vibrate due to this development, a chain reaction occurs. This creates movement, which transmits sound waves to the ear, which hears the waves as sound. Sound energy is created by vibrations flowing through something. Sound is transmitted as energy waves by solids, liquids, and gases. The molecules of gas then change into water and matter. Sound energy is produced when a force, such as sound or pressure, causes an item or substance to vibrate. That energy travels in waves through the material. Today, physicists know that matter is made of energy and vibration because their experiments in gases. The molecules of gas then change into water and matter. Sound energy is produced when a force, such as sound or pressure, causes an item or substance to vibrate. That energy travels in waves through the material. Today, physicists know that matter is made of energy and vibration because their experiments and research showed that matter is not solid. The more physicists look deeper into the matter, the more its solidity dissolves into energy and vibration. Even ancient scientists knew that matter was manifested through cosmic sounds or words. Our sound behavior has a deep relationship with the geometric patterns, which are even related to the time cycles of the Earth, like the seasons throughout the year, and other longer ones corresponding to centuries and thousands of years. Civilizations like the Egyptians, Sumerians, and Mayans left traces back from time immemorial about their discoveries. Indeed, it is all related to mathematics, astronomy, and sciences that allow us to find applications in the physical world with many purposes. We have created diverse objects from the science of sound, from musical instruments to electronic calendars, wave oscillators to electric generators, and more. So these words are the cosmic vibrations that animate and form all matter, have massive power on our bodies, and remain with us so long as we are alive. The human body is made through a process that involves DNA. The vibratory sound of the word travels through the genetic letters of the DNA to produce flesh. This process separates the vibratory sound of the word into different vibrations. It's similar to how we assign a sound to each letter of the alphabet, and then use the alphabet to speak words with different sounds and vibrations. The words that describe our emotions, feelings, and moods are intelligent energy. These words help us to communicate with each other and carry the power to contain intelligent energy inside a geometric shape and prevent it from escaping. Masaru Emoto was a Japanese author, researcher, photographer, and entrepreneur who discovered that human consciousness could affect the molecular structure of water. His research can change the planet and our lives. Dr. Emoto believed that human consciousness affects the molecular structure of water. He wanted to try to influence the molecular structure of water with positive thoughts and words, and essentially bless polluted water with prayer and positive visualization. As a researcher, he understood that our planet, complex organic systems of life, and sustenance that surround us include the invisible electromagnetic, atomic, subatomic levels that we call existence. far out. Science tells us that existence is a complex web of mind-boggling sophistication, becoming increasingly complex and far off. Emoto had Buddhist monks bless water that was polluted. He had participants' channels, and their thoughts, feelings, and emotions onto the water was studied. He would freeze it and examine it under a high-powered microscope. His photography enabled him to find and finally prove his ideas that water is a blueprint of our reality on Earth. How we feel, think, and act is invisible to the naked eye and impacts the world around us. Since water is just hydrogenated oxygen, consider what our thoughts, emotions, and consciousness may do to the air surrounding us, because air is just water without.
Have Christians been lied to? For over 2,000 years? Diabetes, heart disease, arthritis, Alzheimer's. Why did none of these
water without the added hydrogen? Emoto also exposed water in classes, 2 different words, pictures, and even music. He then froze them and examined them using high-powered microscopic photography. Generally, water exposed to positivity created visually pleasing crystals, while negative water words, vibes, emotions, thoughts, consciousness, and music created ugly, frozen crystals. He also found that water collected from different areas has its unique crystal formation when examined. The human body contains a lot of water, while the planet contains air filled with humidity, so it's been scientifically proven that our thoughts, feelings, emotions, words, and consciousness affect all of us at a molecular level. So, words can change our life. If a friend compliments you at the end of a hard day, it helps you feel contented and calm. A hateful comment can cause your brain to predict threats and flood your bloodstream with hormones, squandering precious bodily resources. For instance, you're driving your car, and suddenly there is an issue. Most people decide to control the situation and listen to the words in their minds that assure them they can fix the problem. Why do the words you encounter have such wide-ranging effects on you? Because many of the brain regions that process language also control the insides of your body, including major organs and systems. These brain regions guide your heart rate up and down and adjust the glucose entering your bloodstream to fuel your cells. They change the flow of chemicals that support your immune system. So words are tools for regulating human bodies. Other person's words directly affect your brain activity and your bodily systems, and your words have the same effect on other people. Whether you intend that effect is irrelevant. It's how we're wired. Throughout our life, we develop a habit of self-conversation that creates our beliefs. Some beliefs we acquire are positive, and some are negative. The negative thoughts prevent us from reaching our goals, like, I'm so terrible at interviews. I'm probably not even as qualified as the other candidates. There's no way they'll hire me. I should just leave. But the best part here is that we can always change these negative beliefs into positive beliefs, like, I have all the necessary skills and experience, and I'm the perfect candidate for this job. Affirmations are positive statements that send positive messages to our brains and reprogram our subconscious mind. If you ever had someone tell you you couldn't do something or made you feel like you weren't enough, you can be sure that those messages are hidden in your subconscious, ready to derail you anytime. Positive comments like, you're doing great, you're great at managing money, coming up with great ideas, or completing a task will help you feel satisfied and work harder. You must always try to take criticism positively and remind yourself that no matter how challenging this task is, I can do it. Using I am affirmations encourages you to bring positive changes to your life. I am strong, I am worthy, I can do it, I have it in me, I can make it happen are powerful messages that can help you transform the way you want and change your life. I am affirmations help us avoid negative thoughts and fill our minds with gratitude, abundance, and joy. The development of self-affirmation theory has led to neuroscientific research aimed at investigating whether we can see any changes in the brain when we self-affirm in positive ways. In 2016, Emily B. Falk and colleagues suggested that MRI evidence indicates the specific neural pathways increase when people practice self-affirmation tasks. If you want to be super clear, the ventromedial prefrontal cortex involved in positive valuation and self-related information processing becomes more active when we consider our personal values. The results of a study by Falk and colleagues suggest that when we choose to practice positive affirmations,